storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What is up, Storm Chasers? We got to get into Kanye West showing up to the Diddy trial, okay? I know y'all been like, damn, Storm, where you been at? We ain't seen you in a minute. Look, child, it's been a lot going on, but that's another story for another day. So I wanted to actually pull this up right here, okay? TMZ caught him pulling up to the damn courthouse, all right? Dressed in all white, looking like he actually was finna do something, even though they said he left like 30 minutes later. Or something like that. So I'm going to play this clip here, and then I'm going to get into why I think he's actually showing support for Diddy and, you know, really putting himself out there when ain't nobody really checking for Ye at the moment, to be honest. And I think he changed his name again or something like that. Ain't he like Ye now, or Ye, ya, yo, you? I don't know. Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's play it. Let's go. Yeah. Look, he walking like he got a purpose.
Yay, where's Bianca? Kanye, do you think the Illuminati is behind this attack on Diddy?
Thank you, Kanye.
Okay, I'm going.
Damn, I wonder who that was actually dapping him up once he got to the actual courthouse. Now, here's the thing. First off, I love the fit. I love the outfit. Y'all know I love how Ye dressed anyway. I've always said that. So the fit aside, I actually fuck with it. He walking like a purpose, like he coming in there to break Diddy out. Like he finna usher Diddy up out of there and throw him in the damn van with him. Here's the thing, okay? Ye has been putting in his 2 cents in this whole Diddy situation for 2 reasons. Number one, to remain relevant. You got to remember, above all else, Ye, aka Kanye, aka Ye, aka whatever the fuck. More than anything, he's an attention hog. He's an attention whore. You know, he is bipolar. He is autistic. He loves he has mental health issues, but ultimately he loves the attention. He loves the attention of being out there and just people saying his name, good, bad, or ugly. He wants you to say his name. So it's not good enough for Ye to be off in Japan because he lives in Japan now. It's not good enough for him to be over there doing all the freak-offs with Bianca, living his life with the hot dogs on the back of his head. It ain't good enough to do that. He got to be seen. Okay, so that's number one. He is very self-serving. Okay, number two, he is a swinger, just like Diddy is. He is in the lifestyle, just like Diddy is. Now, when it comes to Ye, he and Bianca, if I was just to look at their dynamic, let me pull them up real quick because a lot of y'all like the lifestyle. The lifestyle, I'm not talking about LGBTQIA2 plus. I'm talking about the swinger lifestyle, the poly type lifestyle, really more swinger more than anything. I got to make sure I find an appropriate picture. First of all, this hoe ain't never got no damn clothes on. Okay, I'll put it on this right here. So even when you look at them, you know, if I was just to like assess them as somebody who has been in the underground sex world and been a part of the lifestyle, quote unquote, I would definitely say they're swingers. I would say they have a stag hot wife setup or a stag vixen setup, which means Kanye enjoys like sharing Bianca with men, running trains on her, gangbangs, even I call them threesomes, but y'all call them, you know, trains. So, you know, they definitely have that dynamic. Now, a lot of you guys call Kanye a cuck, right? Just like I was calling Diddy a cuck. But you got to understand the difference between stag and cuck. Typically, a cuck, when a man is cucking himself or is being cucked by his wife, and the bull, aka the extra penis or the extra sex worker that comes in to please the wife, he's not allowed to touch. A lot of times he's not even allowed to touch himself. And while the act of the intercourse is going on, the cuck would be like being degraded and he would get off on degradation, right? So, okay, so I'm gonna just give you an example. A cuck situation would be like, let's say Bianca and let's say like Sly Digger. I think his name is Sly's 2020 on Instagram, but Sly Digger on Twitter. He's one of the sex workers. You've seen him in the Vixen movies, the Black Raw, OF dude. Let's say a dude like him come in, right? And he smashing Bianca. He giving it to her all 11 inches. Then if you're like Kanye and you're the cuck in this situation, then you're gonna be like, baby, can I touch myself? Oh my God, can I touch myself? Can I please touch myself? Or while the bull is interacting with the wife, you will start to play with the bull's tool, so to speak. So, like, imagine the bull got Bianca doggy style, and then Kanye is up under eating the cootie cat while the penetration is happening. Do you understand? That's more cuckery, right? Cuckery would also involve playing with the seminal fluids once the bull is done. So whether the bull ejaculates like on her body or inside of her, and usually they do cream pies, which means inside, turn her into a damn Twinkie. Then the cuck would want to like lick it out, eat it out, suck it out, sometimes swallow. Sometimes the seminal fluids are put like on a cupcake, a pizza, or a burger, and then the cuck eats it. Or in Diddy case, he's rubbing it all over himself. That's also like a satanic Luciferian ritual as well. But that's more cuckery. You understand? Stag is just, I'm sharing my chick. I'm sharing my wife. Or I may have a group of homies. I know my girl is attracted to them, or it's her birthday, and you wake up with a surprise of you and 4 of your homies, and y'all go in. Think of like stuff you would see on. Think of like a lot of the scenes that like Rome Major has filmed, and I can't think of the company he does a lot of work for. I think it's Freak Media Group or something like that. But think of that kind of scenario. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these things are planned. They're planned in advance. They're planned weeks, months in advance. And this stuff goes down all around the country, all around the world. You have cruises that are dedicated to the swinger lifestyle. You got resorts that's dedicated to the swinger lifestyle. So this is like new to y'all. And we call y'all vanilla. I call y'all normies. Shout out to CGA. But we call y'all vanilla. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, this is not all that crazy. So if I was to assess them, once again, Stag Vixen type of dynamic, I believe Bianca also adds a humiliation kink, and she gets off on being a sub for Kanye, and he's her dom, so to speak. Although when I look at somebody like Kanye, I almost feel like Kanye actually needs a female dom, if that makes sense, to keep him in line and keep him in order, because he goes off the fucking rails. And the whole dom sub setup is a whole nother situation for another day. We would need a whole nother video dedicated to that. A lot of times you think the dom got the power when really it's the sub that holds all the power and sets all the rules. It's crazy. It's crazy. But when I tell you, when it comes to this lifestyle, I've seen things. I've seen like chicks on leashes, dudes on leashes, like all kinds of situations. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that there. I believe ultimately Kanye is sticking his nose in this business and showing up to court to show support, because we're living in times now where people who live the swinger lifestyle, the poly lifestyle, they want to normalize that. Before that's been kept underground. If people found out you did that, it was like a bad thing, but we don't live in times like that now. So they're attempting to normalize this, right? You got lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender or transitioning, intersex, asexual, aromantic or ally, two-spirited. You got pansexual, and they gonna add swinger to the damn acronym next. It's gonna be people gonna ask you like, okay, what's your sexuality? Oh, I'm a swinger, and that's just gonna really mean I'm a freak. But anyway, I could go on and on and on and on about that. I'm gonna leave that there. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Also, make sure you got your subscription to stormmonroebiz.com. I actually got an exclusive. I got a post today. Today's the 13th. So I'm gonna be posting that today about a certain rap artist. I ain't gonna spoil it. Just be over there because it should be up sometime tonight. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and I will catch you all later.
storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.